Hi there. Welcome to the channel. You know, people just love telling retirees, you need to stop spending money. You need to cut this, or you need to cancel that. Or sometimes they'll just say, why do you still pay for this? Shoot, even I tell you that sometimes. But retirement isn't about giving up everything. It's about choosing what actually improves your life. You know, the things I still spend money on and absolutely won't give up. Let's talk about it. Good food and simple meals at home. I don't need fancy restaurants. I'm not a fancy restaurant kind of guy. Trust me. A guy that swears by t-shirts and shorts, I'm not doing fancy. I do spend good on simple food. Simple food that I enjoy cooking, that my wife enjoys cooking. Easy things: chicken, pork chops, steak if you can still afford it, smoked sausage, spaghetti. Who remembers goulash? Soups and sandwiches. Folks, these are all easy and still somewhat affordable. It's comfort food. It's just part of my routine. These meals, they make me happy. I'm not giving them up. It's just the way it is. My health and mobility. Folks, if you don't invest in your health, everything else gets harder. It sometimes gets impossible. I won't give up a gym membership. Now, I'm going to be honest. I'm slipping. I haven't been to the gym in a month. And I know that. And I know I need to get back to it. I hurt all the time, and I know the reason is because I don't go to the gym or haven't been going to the gym. I'm not going to give up on decent walking shoes. You know, if you go to Walmart and buy the cheapest pair of shoes, you're not doing anything but hurting your feet. Occasional checkups. I still go to the doctor every 3 months. More often if I'm sick. Folks, staying mobile means I can travel. I can enjoy our trips to Disney with my wife. And it's the life that I really want. And honestly, to me anyways, it's worth every penny. I'm also not giving up my hobbies, especially painting. You know, I spend money on painting supplies. Painting's become part of who I am now. People walk up and say, you still painting? What are you painting now? And I spend money on it. I buy canvases. I buy acrylic paints. I buy brushes. I buy folk art supplies. I buy craft show materials. I pay for craft shows. In my opinion, these aren't expenses. They're investments in my creativity and something that I enjoy. And it even brings in a little bit of income once in a while when I sell something. But that's not the main point. The main point is I have a hobby and I enjoy it. You know, retirement's for doing what you love. I'm not giving this up. It's just not going to happen. Next would be travel and experiences with my wife. You know, we don't travel constantly. But when we do, it matters. It matters that we have comfortable accommodations. You know, we bought mobility scooters because we both got bad knees. Now we can get around and we don't have to stop every 50 feet or 5 or 10 minutes to rest. I don't mind paying for a good meal when we're away from home. It makes the trip that much more enjoyable. Folks, these are things I'm just not giving up on. Experiences, we'll remember those for years. I refuse to cut back on things that just bring us joy. Now, if I have to refigure the budget to make things work, guess what? I will. Another thing is quality items. Quality items that last. You know, people say you get what you pay for, and I firmly believe this. I used to buy cheap stuff. Not anymore. I used to buy cheap tools. Now I buy durable tools when I need them. I buy reliable household items. Something that's not going to break down in 2 or 3 weeks or a month. We invest in good kitchen equipment. Things that don't break in 6 months. Not fad items, but things that are going to make cooking more enjoyable. Things that are going to save us money in the long term and reduce our frustration. Let's face it, quality over quantity, that's going to win every time. Here's something else I won't give up on. My YouTube. My channel and any other creative projects like hobbies that I'm invested in. Content creation, it keeps my mind sharp. I'm not the best at YouTube, I know that, but it gives me something to give back to others. My YouTube channel gives me purpose. You know, I spend on lighting, I spend on microphones, I spend on upgrading my thumbnails. Those all cost money, but the cost is there to help me. And it's fun. I enjoy doing this. It's productive, and it connects me with other seniors on the same retirement journey. I'm not giving that up. How about comfort and convenience just at home? You know, retirement's about enjoying your space. Comfortable bed, a good chair, quiet fan. My favorite? A reliable coffee maker. Home items that make my everyday life easier. They're not luxuries. These are comfort, and comfort matters to me. And I dare you to get in between me and my recliner. That's just not going to happen. Next, let's talk about gifts and experiences with family. You know, we don't overspend on gifts. We try to spend intentionally. We try to give thoughtful gifts, and when we give, you know, we're finding grandkids would rather get gift cards so they can go out and get what they want, not what the old grandparents pick out for them. Because, folks, times are changing. You don't know what those kids want anymore. What we prefer, meals together. I'm not talking Thanksgiving or Christmas meals. I'm talking about once a month every 3 months. Just getting the family together and having a potluck. Hey, we'll cook the meats. You bring a salad, you bring a vegetable. Somebody stop and grab a bag of ice on the way over. It doesn't have to be something big, elaborate meal. It just, what works for me is just getting my kids and my grandkids around the same table all at one time. Small surprises. Showing up to one of the grandkids' gymnastics events or choral performances, and they don't think you're going to be there. When they see you in the audience, it really puts a smile on their face. So it's really worth it. It's worth investing in. So retirement isn't about cutting everything. It's not. I know we're all on a fixed budget, but it's about choosing what's worth keeping. You know, these are things I still spend money on because they make my life richer and happier. Think about what you won't give up. Put it in the comments. Let me know what they are. You know, the goal isn't to spend less, it's to spend smarter on what truly matters. Folks, like, subscribe, share, and thanks for spending some of your time with me. I'll see you in the next video. Y'all take care.